Hi, my name is Father Sean Loomis, and welcome to Friday Reflections, where every 2 weeks I'm going to be posting a video blog to discuss the Creed. You know the Creed. The Creed is that part at Mass that happens when after someone is finished reading from Holy Scriptures, the priest, he also then will stand up and preach a homily. And then what do we do as the congregation? We stand up and we respond, I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth. You remember that. Right. Well, I want to talk about that every 2 weeks. And I'm going to do that by posting up these video logs. So today, we're going to begin with the first part. And the first part is when we say, I believe. What does it mean to say, I believe? You know, often I'll ask someone that question, and they'll say, oh, well, Father, it means that I agree, or I think that's right. Well, not quite. For example, I can agree that God is real and what you're saying is true, but just totally ignore that. If you read from the book of James in the New Testament, what he says, quote, what does it benefit a person to say that they have faith if they don't act on that faith? He'll say faith without works is dead. In fact, James will go on and say that the devil himself believes that God is real. So what separates the devil from someone who believes? You know, both the devil and the person who believes will say, yeah, sure, I believe that God is real. But the devil, he ignores God. While accepting that God is real, he just totally blows him off. But the person who has real faith knows that God is true, and he accepts that truth with his mind and with his heart. To say that he accepts it with his mind is to mean in his own understanding, he sees the truth that God is real. But then that truth touches his heart, and he bows his intellect and his will completely to God. You know, I think the best example of a person of faith who believed is Mary. You remember the story way back when Mary was kneeling in prayer, and then it happened. The angel came down and appeared to her, and he announced to her, saying, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. You remember that story. He said, you're going to conceive a boy. And Mary, how did she respond to that? Did she simply say, I agree? No. She accepted that pronouncement that the angel had made by saying this, May it be done to me according to your word. That is faith. The devil would never say that. So for us, that means that when we go to Mass and we see God's word spoken for us, and we understand the wonderful things that God has done for our salvation, then what we should do the next time is when we stand up and respond, and we say, I believe, don't simply mean I agree. No. The wonderful things that God has done for us, we accept them fully with our mind and, yes, with our heart. And we allow these truths to change our life. God bless you, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.